leads by looking like a local family-owned business rather than a nationwide referral page? Is that why they started running ads claiming to be the top voted provider in every city in America? That's kind of what I'm thinking, but let's go even deeper. I went back to Powell & Sons to submit a new request knowing full well that they wouldn't be able to help me. I said my name was Mike Raffone. And there it is. They'll refer me to one of their partners. But they then ask me if I have any other home projects that need help with. And I don't, but in an attempt to get someone to tell me more, I go through and I check every single box. And this may have been the biggest mistake I've ever made in my life, because before I could even close the tab, my phone explodes.
We received notification about your interest in gutter service.
Looks like you wanted to do street service done with us.
I'm probably getting contacted by every handyman in the state.
Following up for this appointment for spray foam installation. Caliber Home Solutions.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Then I start seeing emails from Angie who says they found me some pros. Okay, who is this Angie? Turns out Angie is the rebrand of Angie's List, which was a website that helped you find and review local service providers in your area. You'd go to their website and tell them what you need. They were recently acquired by Home Advisor, who basically did the same thing, kind of like Porch. And if you're a service provider, you can sign up with Angie and they will sell you leads on homeowners who visit their site looking for a particular service. But I, the homeowner, never visited Angie. I just requested a quote from Powell & Sons, because I thought they were a local company. The best in my city, in fact. So is Angie in charge of Powell & Sons? Or is Powell & Sons selling leads to Angie, who is then reselling them to service professionals in my neighborhood? Because every contractor in my state is now trying to get a hold of me. But do these local service providers realize how these leads are being generated? I responded to one guy who kept emailing me about an insulation quote, and I told him I only needed a French drain right now. I then asked if he knew anything about Powell & Sons. He says we somehow got your number. I will take it off our list. This guy hasn't even heard of Powell & Sons. How can they call him one of their partners? If I was a local handyman paying for leads, I would expect to know how they were generated, so I knew that they were quality. Instead, there's some strangers higher up the chain pretending to be a family-owned business, bragging about being the best in your city, posing with little old ladies and doctoring photos to look local so they can get the homeowner's information and sell it to a million other providers who will have to fight like seagulls over a breadcrumb. It's no wonder a lot of providers are questioning whether services like Angie are even worth it anymore. If getting a lead requires these kind of shenanigans, then I probably wouldn't be interested in buying it either. In fact, Angie and Home Advisor were just fined $7.5 million by the FTC for deceptively marketing its leads, so this kind of thing isn't unusual in the industry. So either these sites like Powell & Sons and All-Star Pros and Richards Flooring and Carpet are all one of Angie's tricks to get leads, or there's an even bigger player in the industry holding the strings. I just feel bad for the service providers. You have to be on the internet these days if you want to stay in business. But you have all these middlemen who know nothing about the trades and insert themselves into the process. If you are a service professional, I think you'd be a lot better off paying for actual marketing that can help you get seen on Google rather than trusting one of these lead generators who use weird tactics like dressing up like your friendly neighbors. And I eventually did get a French drain installed, but I used someone that appeared in the search results and was visible on Google Maps and had actual Google verified reviews from real people. Oh, and they actually had a phone number too. But what do you guys think? What do you do when you want to find a local service provider in your neighborhood? Have you ever had any luck with Powell & Sons? Let me know in the comments, and I'm going to be spending the next week unsubscribing from all these lists that I've put myself on. So take care, everybody. I'll see you later. Next time you book a flight, you better make sure that you're talking to the actual airline or you're going to get scammed. I saw this tweet from a guy who called up Delta to make changes to his flight, only to realize that it wasn't Delta that he was talking to. Because he did what most of us do when we want to find a phone number. We Google it. And just because Google recommends a number doesn't necessarily mean that it's the right number. It's just the number that Google thinks is the right number based on what it can find. And if scammers are out there promoting a certain number as the official Delta number and Delta isn't, then Google's going to recommend the one that it can find. And so there are sites like gethuman.com that look up hard to find customer service numbers for you, but even they sometimes get it wrong. For example, I looked up the Southwest Airlines phone number on Google and I was recommended this number, which I called, and within minutes I was talking to a representative.
Thank you for calling reservation. You're speaking to Jim. How can I help you?
Which should be the first red flag, because it's never that easy, is it? When you call up the real Southwest Airlines, you have to sit through their menu and go through a whole recording maze to finally talk to a real person. So anyway, I'm connected to this representative, and I pretend to be a real Southwest customer who needs to make changes to my flight.
Looking to change your flight?
Yeah, I need to make a change to my destination, please.
Sure. Can you help me with your confirmation number?
Okay, so apparently this isn't going to go very far if I don't have an actual confirmation number with Southwest Airlines. I thought, what do they intend to do with my confirmation number? Well, to show you, I went ahead and I booked an actual flight with Southwest Airlines from Los Angeles to Las Vegas. And I listed the passenger's name as Mike Raffone. So then I get an email from Southwest Airlines confirming my flight, and they provide me with a 6-digit confirmation code. So then I call up this scam number again, and I'm connected to a different agent.
Reservations that they didn't have access to you today.
Yeah, hi. I have a flight booked and I need to make some changes to my flight plan. Am I talking to the right department?
You are speaking with the right department. Could you please help me out with your confirmation number?
Okay, so apparently my voice changer is making me sound more feminine than I was hoping. Oops.
Okay, I have the Southwest.
You are speaking with Southwest Airlines Consolidated Desk. You can provide me the confirmation number and I'll do the needful changes for you.
Okay, thank you very much. The confirmation, where do I find that?
So I look at my actual booking and I get the confirmation code that he needs.
4AB.
Ma'am, what's your first and last name? Yes, what's your first and last name?
It's a sir. I'm not a ma'am. I'm a sir. My first name is Mike.
And what's the last name?
The last name is Raffone.
And with my name, he's able to pull up my actual flight information.
Did it pull up?
Yes, it's pull up under microphone.
So one might think that because this guy's able to pull up my flight details that he actually works for Southwest Airlines. But what he's likely done is just gone to Southwest's website where you can enter a name and a confirmation number and see the flight details. And you can pull up anybody's flight as long as you have the confirmation number and the first and last name. And now the scammer has the victim fooled that he's a customer service agent for Southwest. If the passenger wants to make a change to a flight, the scammer is able to make those changes for them right on this site.
Yes, I need to change. I need to change my destination.
Okay, tell me. What's the new destination?
Denver, Colorado.
But watch what he does next.
So, 5 o'clock flight is costing you the fare difference of $199, okay? And 6:35 in the morning is costing you $189.
So the cost to change my destination to Denver will be an additional $189. But now he tries to tell me that I need to pay $100 extra because I'll get a $150 credit or something.
You have to pay $189 plus $100 in order to get a credit of $150.
This makes no sense. But wait, there's more.
Just give me 1 minute. And so what class do you want? Do you want a basic or a business class? Because I'm providing you one getaway.
How much is business class?
So business class is only $150 expensive, and it will be good class. Business select option will be given to you.
Okay, let's do
Think
it.
about it.
Let's do business class. You've sold me on it. You're very
Okay,
good.
so